Hi there, Mandy from the Social Studio here. Thanks for joining me. Today I thought I would just chat about whether are you a cutter or a tracer of your patterns. There is no right or wrong way, whichever is your preferred method. There are times where I just cut my pattern straight out when I'm eager to get going, and then there's times where I need to and want to preserve the original pattern and I will trace off. Now it may be that I know that I need to make some adjustments in some way, shape and form, and that way it's actually going to preserve my original pattern so I can then go back to it at a later date if body changes have happened or I want to make some other alterations. Then I've always got the original preserved. So these are just my preferred techniques that I apply in my dressmaking situation. So let's have a little look at where we start with the tracing. So I've got my pattern piece laid out on a sheet of paper which is on top of my cutting mat. The reason I do that is that I've got a little bit of extra protection of my table underneath when I'm pressing it on. So I've got my sleeve pattern here. Now I will put paper underneath if I want to put the paper on the top and do a traditional trace around with a pencil, because I'll need the extra reflection of the white paper underneath to help see the lines. Then if I want to, which is my preferred method, I will pin my pattern piece onto the paper and I will take my serrated wheel and I will use the wheel to make perforation and indentations into the paper underneath. And it's a real quick and easy way. I can use my rules to put in grain lines if we wish to. You do have to press on, excuse me, relatively well, and it's quite easy to actually go around the curves. Just taking the time, but as I say, do press on nice. Where you've got the notches, I can then come back and put those into place. There we go. So I shan't trace the whole amount. And then when we peel back, we've actually got perforated lines, which the camera may not sort of show up too well, but it makes it really easy as well when we're actually cutting out. So I've had a lot of ladies sort of say that they have a serrated wheel in their kits and they've never really known quite what they use them for. The other way that we could do is that we could take some carbon paper. So we use the Prim transfer paper. So it comes in blue and white. They're really nice big sheets. They're like, what, 56 by 40 centimetres. So it's almost big enough to get the entire sleeve on if I actually position it right, or we can then move it along. And then there's another one that I think it is a red colour. So if I then slide this underneath, face down, I can then use this, and you don't have to then press on quite as hard. Oh, this is my sleeve area on this one. And again, I can work my way around, and then if I need to then slide that through, I can do so on there. And that way you then get a good indentation line through on the paper. We can then make sure, because it's anchored, I know that every time I put it back down, if I've missed anything, I can go back into it. And then I would always write on what the pattern was, what size I've been doing, the date that I've actually cut the pattern out, with all the other little notches and curves. There we go. So I hope you found some of that useful and a different approach to use when you are tracing out. Let me know what your preferred method is, or if you've got any hints and tips as well that we can share. So I'll put a little link in below on the tools and the equipment that I used. So stay safe, guys, and if you like it, then give us a thumbs up so it will share, and don't forget to subscribe. See you soon. Bye now.